Carter, are you a Barstool Sports guy?
Yeah.
Are you? I didn't know this.
Yeah, 100%.
That seems off-brand for you, to be honest.
So this is the thing. I stopped burning bridges of anybody that could possibly just like acquire us.
Oh, okay. So you're like just to run through a couple. Like you are obviously an underdog fantasy guy.
Yeah, of course. Of
You're an Action Network guy,
course.
Pat McAfee guy,
Yep.
Big Ten Network guy,
Yep.
ESPN guy.
Yep.
What's the new burner ball thing called?
Uh uh Below the belt, below the bid.
Below the bid guy.
Yeah, no bids, no bid
No,
league.
no bid league, zero bid. I think that okay. Yep, that guy.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Field 68 guy. Yep.
Field 68 guy, Yahoo Sports guy.
Yep.
The Athletic guy,
Yep. Athletic guy. Yep.
CBS Sports guy,
Yep.
Hammer and Rails guy,
Yep. Of
Illini Inquirer guy.
course.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah, basically
Okay.
all of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good to know. Anyways, the reason I ask is this. I saw a little video on Barstool Socials yesterday that got me thinking. They basically asked a bunch of their employees, "What's the biggest what if in sports history?" I enjoyed hearing a lot of the answers, a lot of Len biases in the answers. But I want to talk what ifs in a college hoops lens. What are the five biggest what ifs in recent college basketball history? Recent meaning like since we've cared.
Okay. Sounds good. You're built like Riggs, by the way.
That one is hurtful.
Yeah, well, yeah, I had to lash out.
Okay.
Go on and say who I'm shaped like.
I don't have one.
Oh, did that hit you, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to do my what if first?
Yeah,
I mean, I gotta do the classic one. You already know where I'm going with this.
I don't.
Just in general, the tournament that was canceled. That's one of the biggest what ifs. And I'm not even saying Michigan State specific. I'm just saying like there was a lot of good basketball teams that year. So I guess I would do this because obviously Michigan State was good. I think more of a what if that year was that Dayton team with Obi Toppin.
Okay, so you are not doing any specific team with this. You are instead saying the entire tournament being canceled.
So I was gonna say the entire thing, but I'd like to narrow it down to the first what if being that Dayton team.
I don't know, respectfully to Dayton and Obi Toppin, does that feel big enough to be the top five ever?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
I guess so. I think I like the just general the tournament was canceled more.
Really? I didn't think you would let that slide.
Well, I don't like it when you do it with Michigan State, but I think the way I feel about that with Michigan State also applies to Dayton and everybody. I think any one team being like, that was our championship is dumb because the
Okay, well
tournament's really.
let's say the tournament being canceled as the first what if.
Okay, so the COVID tournament being canceled.
Yes.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you want to throw in there?
See, some of my what ifs, here's my approach to this. I think a lot of the what ifs that come to mind for me are like, what if a play went differently?
Hmm.
But if like it's a play in the national championship, like the answer is just the result would have been different. And that's not like what if Gordon Hayward's half court shot went in?
Hmm.
Butler would have won. Okay. Like there's probably more what ifs that had bigger ramifications across the sport than that. And I don't really know what to answer. The COVID one's good because that affected everybody in a really, really big way. But I don't know. Like if it is a play, the first one that comes to mind is Gordon Hayward, but I don't know if that's big enough to be on this list.
I think I know which one you would want to put on this list. I don't know if it's good enough for top 20 or top five all time though.
What's that?
What if Beeline didn't want to coach Chetty Osman?
What if Beeline didn't leave? Time is running out.
On what?
Hurry!
What?
Our deal with Underdog Fantasy is supposed to end next week, and we need your help if you're a listener of this show. We need Underdog Fantasy to extend us so we can pay our talent and keep the lights on. And we need more people to sign up for Underdog Fantasy in order to get that extension. Help us out right now. The offer that we have, promo code Sleepers, that we've been telling you about on every single video, that runs through the end of next week. You can get up to $1,000 in bonus credits and a free pick as a first-time user. Deposit however much money you want, put in promo code Sleepers, even if it's a small amount. It really helps us take advantage of that before this week ends so that we can try and get an extension. And it's game 2 of the Celtics tonight, and the free pick tonight is Jason Tatum to score 1 or more points. That's going to happen. Jason Tatum's probably going to go for 40, to be honest, as the Celtics even things up with the Knicks. You can guarantee yourself a win with Underdog Fantasy, but sign up with promo code Sleepers. Help us out. Let Underdog help you out. Get your free funds and support the show. Back to the video. Since we've been alive, that's a pretty big what if.
Yeah.
I mean, an ongoing one variation of that, what if Dan Hurley did leave?
Yeah. What if Izzo left?
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah. Didn't he have a Cavs job offer too? Or was it was somebody that offered him a job?
Yeah.
Can't remember, but I'm trying to think of more. I mean, I feel like we gotta pick something that like, what if this player played, or what if this team, you know, I mean, obviously a big Purdue one, people are gonna talk about like, what if Robbie Hummel didn't tear his ACL?
Yeah. All right. I got one under that lens. And again, it's our list, so it's going to be somewhat personal and recent because we're recent guys. What if Terrence Shannon had been enrolled at Michigan?
Mm,
Because I'd be taken back. You know this is true. When we went to the damn Big Ten tournament that year, there was realness to it. There was a time where Juwan Howard was like next up, and he was the big bad man in the league, and he was kind of running shit. They had made back-to-back deep runs in the tournament. They had been putting one and dones in the league. Like they were rolling. And they had Hunter Dickinson as like a breakout sophomore star. And Jet was coming in, 5-star son. You had 4 other top 50 recruits in that class, Kobe Buffkin being one of them. And like Shannon was this missing piece. They went to dinner like in Miami, and it was this big whole moment. We're going to get our guy. He committed. And then just look at how different the trajectory for Illinois has been versus the trajectory of Michigan since that decision being changed.
yeah, that's very true. That probably deserves to be up there.
Jawan Howard would still be at Michigan if that happened. And I know people will want to say not, but like they would have been good with Terrence Shannon. He would still be the coach.
Justice for Caleb Love, justice for Isaiah Todd, justice for Josh Christopher.
And Michigan is probably in a worse off place for that because Jawan's bullshit would have caught up to him at some point. But for at least a 4-year stretch, it would have completely altered things for Michigan and Illinois.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so I'm putting that on the list. We need to come up with some more. TSJ is another one. His entire saga legally, like
Yeah. But I mean, the team ended up being fine and good though.
I guess, but like, what if he doesn't miss a month of the season?
He's probably a first team All American and everything.
Yeah, I guess that's
So
true.
that's
All right,
just fair to say. What are some other what ifs? It's hard not to get personal with these ones.
you can
Like,
go
I've
first.
always in my head thought, like, what if Kalen Lucas didn't tear his Achilles?
Yeah,
That dude's just so good. Um, but I'm
it
trying
was
to
like a
think.
cakewalk to a national title if he doesn't. Didn't they still go to like Final Fours?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a cakewalk, but I'm just saying in general, like he was just so nasty and he just never was the same after he tore his Achilles.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, what are some other, I'm noticing doing this exercise, I am not a what if guy.
Why not?
I just don't do what ifs. It's just not in my bloodstream, I don't think. Oh my word, that sneeze is diabolical.
I'm in hell.
Yeah, you are in hell. Oh, good on you for powering through here. Um,
Bleacher's gonna be tough today.
yeah, it's okay. We'll find a way. Hopefully Pierre doesn't bark, right? Um, what is another good hypothetical? I mean, was it that one scenario where they said that Bill Self was in a cabin with Doug Gottlieb in Oklahoma State and almost left for there or something like that? Some story like that.
Yeah, I don't know how much validity there is there, but yeah.
Can I do actually, this should be on there. What if Jay Wright just doesn't stop?
Oh, I like that.
That like he just that was abrupt, correct?
What if Jay Wright doesn't disappear?
Yeah.
Also, I might like this one more. What if Brad Stevens doesn't disappear?
Ooh. Like he
Because
just
that was
rides out.
pre NIL era. Like, would Butler have legitimately become a powerhouse? Would he have taken a different job?
That's a good one.
All right, I want what if Brad Stevens stays?
That's a really good one.
Stays in college, and would he have gone anywhere? Still counts.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the COVID tournament being canceled, TSJ to Michigan, Brad Stevens and Jay Wright, I guess, can both individually count. We need one more. One more big what if.
That one Kentucky team that was almost going to go undefeated wouldn't count as a what if, right? Like, what if they didn't lose to Frank Kaminsky?
So if we are going game specific, there's one game that I can think of in the last decade that I think altered the course of the sport more than any other. Any guesses?
Trey Burke's block?
No.
No. What?
What if Jack Golke doesn't hit 11 threes?
Wow. Oh,
Because that Kentucky team, respectfully, they weren't the seasons before where they weren't that good. The Reed Shepherd, Rod Dillingham Kentucky team was national title good.
yeah.
And Jack Golke went nuts.
And they fired him.
And if Kentucky just wins that game, they might make a Final Four run. If they make a Final Four run, Cal's still at Kentucky. Mark Pope, who knows where he is, probably still at BYU. Like, is Muss still at Arkansas? Did he leave too? Like, there's so many domino effects there.
No, that's a good one. I like that.
All right, so let's round out our top five with that. Number one, the COVID tournament being canceled. Number two, what if Terrence Shannon Jr. went to Michigan? Number three, what if Brad Stevens stayed in college? Number four, what if Jay Wright stayed at Villanova? Number five, what if Jack Golke didn't hit a bazillion threes?
Like it.